With 2025 behind us, it's time to look forward to 2026, which means I need a plan. It's time to put my 4-step decision tree to work and figure out which credit cards to apply for in 2026. Let's go through the process to help you find the cards you need to take your family farther for less. I'm going to show you exactly how I fill out this framework for my family of 5. We aren't guessing, we are building a system. And if you want to stop guessing and start taking your family farther for less, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you have these strategies in your back pocket. Let's dive in. First, I have to be honest about our calendar. Step 1 is frequency. Looking at the kids' school schedule, sports, and summer break, we are on the cusp between the regular and frequent buckets. We are looking at 3 to 4 weekend trips for gymnastics this year, and of course we'd like to do something over spring and summer breaks. But we have one big trip in mind: New York City at Thanksgiving to see the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. This is a bucket list event for Nicole, so this trip is our main priority. We aren't full-time nomads, we aren't flying every weekend, so my application strategy for 2026 is low and slow. This means we are not applying for cards that require $15,000 to spend in 3 months just to hit a bonus. We don't have that kind of natural spend velocity right now, or ever really. We need cards with reasonable minimum spend requirements, think $3,000 or $4,000, that fit our natural grocery and gas budget. I hope you noticed how everything I just said was about we. Nicole and I are in 2-player mode. We both apply for cards, we both hit welcome offers, we refer each other whenever we can. This opens more possibilities for us, but we can still only maintain so much spending velocity. And if you're in this credit card game with your family, then you need to be taking the 2-player approach as well. With that down, let's move on to step 2. Hotels. We're feeling pretty comfortable with our co-branded cards. We have the World of Hyatt card, the Bonvoy Brilliant, and the Ritz-Carlton card. But man, if you've ever tried to book a hotel in Manhattan during Thanksgiving, you know the cash prices are astronomical. We are talking $500, $600, maybe $800 a night for a basic room. For a family of 5 needing maybe 2 rooms, that is thousands of dollars. We will probably mix and match our hotel stay. Stay somewhere central for the days around the parade, maybe even along the route. The other days, we'll stay a little farther out, hopefully in Manhattan, but not next to Central Park or Times Square, maybe Queens. My anchor here is Hyatt. Their award chart is the only thing that keeps New York City affordable. But we still need a lot of points to cover 4 or 5 nights, so we might need to take advantage of Marriott as well. This has the Marriott business card from American Express on our radar. We've had this card on our radar for a while now, but it has never quite worked out. We're going to up the priority this year for this card. Since this is a business card, I'll be the one applying for it. Normally, I'd prefer to get this card while the welcome offer is for free nights. But New York has something to say about that. Those free nights are for 50,000 points each, or 65,000 if we top them off. New York City at Thanksgiving? That won't cut it. We need the raw points to book whatever room we can find. The current welcome offer is for 125,000 Marriott points after spending $9,000 in 6 months. This actually might be our better option, even if that spending requirement is higher than we'd like. At least there are 6 months to hit it. Again, 5 free nights is a better option for most families, but it's important to plan with your end in mind. With a plan for our hotel card, it's time to answer a more daunting question. How the hell are we flying all 5 of us to New York at Thanksgiving time on points? For years now, we've been using Southwest as our primary airline, despite the fact that neither Miami nor Fort Lauderdale are Southwest hubs. We've done this for 2 reasons: free bags and the companion pass. But both of those things are changing. As part of a series of moves that I've been very critical of, Southwest has started charging baggage fees. And after 3.5 years, neither Nicole nor I will have a companion pass. It was a good run, and we'll miss that pass, but it's time for us to turn our attention to what should have been our primary carrier all along, American Airlines. There are 2 main factors for us switching to American. Factor 1, location. Miami International is a fortress hub for American. That means American basically owns the airport. They control the vast majority of routes and gates. Choosing an airline based upon where your family flies out the most makes the most sense. United and Delta have good credit cards, but we'll have the easiest time flying American out of MIA. More direct flights, more route options, better flight schedules. Factor 2. Transfer partners. This is the big one. You can now transfer Citi Thank You points directly to American Airlines. This unlocks a whole new currency for us, meaning we aren't just locked into earning miles by flying, and it's why I applied for the Citi Strata Premier. So, we're going all in on American this year. I'm going to apply for the Citi Advantage Business World Elite MasterCard. Nicole is going to apply for the Citi Advantage Platinum Select. One nice thing about each of these cards is that their annual fees are waived for the first year. That makes them very affordable the first year. It's hard to beat free. Step 4 in my system is usually the luxury level. This is where you have to decide whether your family is on team economy, practical comfort, or aspirational experiences. Normally, we're a practical comfort family. When we travel for gymnastics, you will find us at a Hyatt Place. Then, when we're taking a real trip, we try to move up the luxury ladder, finding the right balance between cost and experience. One thing to consider is that luxury means different things to different people. For us, luxury is avoiding cranky, overtired children with direct flights and no layovers. To be clear, I am referring to my own kids. Luxury is using my globalist status to get a really good, free breakfast every single morning. Luxury is getting to our destination faster and cheaper. Think about what luxury means to you, and then figure out how to get that. There is one more factor for us that makes a trip feel luxurious: location. Taking a ski trip and staying at a ski-in, ski-out property is luxurious. Going to DC and staying by the mall is luxurious. And for our New York City trip, staying near the parade route will make it luxurious. So, putting the 4 steps together, here is the official Travel Points Family Roadmap for 2026. Quarter 1, we are attacking our airline cards. I'm grabbing that Citi Advantage Business World Elite MasterCard, and Nicole is applying for the Citi Advantage Platinum Select. That will get us our American miles as soon as possible, and hopefully have us booking our flights to New York City. Now, of course, we are going to space those applications out, so we don't have to meet 2 welcome bonuses at the same time. And then in quarter 3, we'll shift to hotels. I'll apply for the Marriott Bonvoy Business Card from Amex. This will help us with securing a few more nights in New York City. That's just 3 cards for the entire year. It's simple, it's focused, and it solves a specific problem: getting a family of 5 to New York City for Thanksgiving without breaking the bank. Plans need to be flexible. Do not be so rigidly adhere to your plan that you missed out on an opportunity. For instance, Bilt is supposed to launch a new line of credit cards that allows you to pay your mortgage on them and earn points for it. There have also been persistent rumors that Hyatt will finally release a premium card. That might end up making more sense than the Bonvoy business card. Have your plan, but be ready to pivot when it is called for. This is just the planning phase. Over the next few months, we're actually going to apply for these cards, hit those bonuses, and try to book this massive New York City trip. If you want to see if we actually pull this off, or if the availability gods shut us down, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next update. As always, I appreciate you spending some of your time with me, and until next time, safe travels.